Yo, I'm back. Hello. Hi. We're here. We're alive. It's up. It's alive. It's alive. Happy Monday. How's everyone doing? Did everyone enjoy politics this weekend or anything? Luca with being a member for 9 months. W. Luca. All right. Also, I have Paul to thank for sending in a 20 before we even went live today. If you guys are in my Discord and you're looking for a dog, Paul sent me a link to a dog that's looking for a home, and I will be putting it in my Discord server after the live. So just an FYI. Hey, Raven. If you guys are in my server, look out for that, okay? Cabin, you were first. Hello. I know you're so pressed, Larry, or whatever your name is. It's okay. We understand. All right. So, guys, welcome back. So, it's been a while since I've done this, actually done this one. So, for those that remember, I'm still talking to Republicans or MAGA supporters, Trump supporters, however you want to call yourself. All right. And I want you all to tell me 3 lies that they've told you. That's the challenge. Tell me 3 lies that Trump or Republicans have told you. See if you can do it. I know that one's always difficult. That's a choice, Alex. That is definitely a choice, Alex. But good luck. Good luck with that. Honest to goodness. Said with love. I didn't mean to mute myself there. Hi, Lynatti. So, if you are a Trump supporter or you're a Republican, call the number at the top of the screen. I think what your original problem is New Hampshire is that you think it's a debate. These are conversations. And if you're not able to maintain a conversation or understand how a conversation goes, then you shouldn't be here. Also, if you think that this is a structured debate, I guarantee that you failed at it at every point in time that you've ever called into the stream, which was probably less than 1 time, meaning 0. So, I hope that helps. It balances out in YouTube. Luca, you're so positive. You're being so positive. Well, that's the whole point of that, Greenie, for why I asked that question, or I challenged them. Tell me a lie. Just do it. Do it. Tell me the lie. But we can get into some things. Are Americans behaving? No, Moose. They're not behaving. They're not behaving. Yeah. So less than 1. Got it, New Hampshire. Yeah. It's okay. Ooh, giddy up. Thank you. A girl has to have hope. Yeah, I guess there's that. Let's see. Where did I want to start? You guys know I love starting with funny things. Semi-funny, kind of funny, things in general. We'll find out. There we go. So you guys will be able to hear this. You won't be able to see it. You'll be okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Nothing's happening.
The GOP, some in the GOP that they're not going to get the turnout they need in November.
But to Mark's point, and yours maybe, it's really important that Trump went out there. He said he would really throw himself into the midterms. He needs to do that, and a poll that just came out shows why. The big, beautiful bill, which Trump is talking about on the stump, has a terrible reputation. People don't like it. Even Trump's base doesn't like it. In my view, partly because Congress has been in a defensive crouch, refusing to tout the big, beautiful bill, refusing to tout,
because it's so good.
No taxes on overtime and all these things that these guys in Michigan, I think, are going to really applaud. So, he needs to sell this because Congress sure isn't.
We're going to talk about that this morning during the show because you're right. Americans don't understand the big, beautiful bill. They don't realize what
y'all don't understand it at all.
We're going to talk about concerns among the GOP.
Did she say couch? I don't know. But I just want to let you guys know, they all think that you don't know what the big, beautiful bill did, its long-standing reach or anything like that. So we know what it is. In that, she did. Yeah, she did say, she said couch and then she said crutch. You're right. Or crouch. She changed it to crouch. You are correct. That is very true. I missed that part. So yeah, we've got all of that fun stuff. Oh, have I really used like most of this notebook? Apparently. Wow. I've used a lot of this notebook. We'll see. Yeah. So here's what I can tell you is that Republicans and specifically this administration have been in a tailspin because our projected GDP growth for Q2 is not great. For those that don't know, there's this cool website. It's called the BEA.gov. And so that's the Bureau of Economic Analysis. It is a .gov website. You guys can have fun playing with it, do it all the things like experiment with it, whatever you want. And it's pretty funny. So I can put this up for all of you. It's so great. Because I believe it was, I think it was Scott Bessent that promised all of you guys that we were going to see a much larger GDP growth by Q2 than we're seeing. He promised 4%. Does that look like 4% right there? 1.5. Is that 4%, guys? It's let's see. Dropped in Q1, right, of 2025. Went up, way down. Went up and then it went down. Okay. I know you did so well there. But this isn't even like the worst part, okay? Remember when they were complaining about our trade deficit? I am curious if you guys remember them complaining about our trade deficit. Do you guys remember them complaining about the trade deficit? Have you guys looked at that recently? Have you looked to see where it was at? Because it's also not good. I got to remember where it's at. Trade deficit. That's definitely where it went. Oh. Yeah. Trade deficit is up 42.2%. Exports are down 3.2%, and imports are up by 3.3%. I thought tariffs were supposed to reduce all of that and make everything better. Ooh, that doesn't sound like these things are working very well. How do you guys really feel about that? I wonder. It's not doing anything that they told you it was going to do. Ooh, thank you, Dragonfly. It does. Yeah, I know, Scarlett. You're right. It takes time. It takes time. Oh wait, but it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute on this, so we'll see. It's not been. The deficit is still just going really bad. I'm just letting you guys know it's not going great, okay? Yinks, it just depends on your personal preference. Do you want him to be impeached? Because then you have to vote for people that are saying that they're going to impeach him. So that's the best suggestion I have for you on that one. So, you know, it's how you feel the way to go about it. JRG, thank you so much for being subscribed for 9 months. I appreciate you guys. Nice, Brett. That's funny. And guys, just real quick. Okay. And we're back. That's okay. It looks like MAGA is hiding today, and Republicans are too. So that's fair, I guess. We have a whole thing to go over. I'm not worried about it. So if you guys remember correctly, right? Donald Trump said that he was going to strike Iran, that he was going to go about it very hard. There were even reports that, and it, thank you, Moose, for the money gun, that he was looking for creative and unconventional ways and ideas in order to punish Iran. And then he tacoed. They're always in the chat, no name, and scared to call in. That's always true. Oh, Greg, did you not see my... Greg, I'll put this back on the screen for you. Okay. So, Greg, this is called the Bureau of Economic Analysis. It's a U.S. Department of Commerce, an official website of the United States government. And yes, you see this? Trade deficit up 42.2%. I got this directly from this government. I hope that helps. I know you guys like saying liar, liar. No, I'm just giving you government data. Owies, that hurts so much. It hurts so much. I know, it does. All right, but if you are Republican or MAGA, please call the number at 915-974-3274 to have a conversation. But let's see where Trump tacoed. Ah, yes.
Airstrikes against Iran. Mr. President, this is at least the 5th time you've turned off airstrikes against Iran since April to negotiate. What is your message to the American people who are wondering what has changed this time? Why should it be any different?
Well, you don't know. I don't know. I think we're going to maybe get something, but I want to give them every last chance before decapitation. It's very tough to do what we have planned, still planned. We'll see what happens. But it's a very, very tough thing to do. I think I'm very proud of the fact that I'll give people a chance. This is a big move. To do an attack that big on a country, I'd rather not do it. Now, we've already, through lots of large attacks, but they were normal large. Hopefully they'll come to their senses, because what happened cannot have a nuclear weapon, but hopefully they'll come to their senses. So they called me and they said, please don't attack, we'll make a deal. That's the real truth, and everyone knows it. And who wouldn't call?
They're always calling him, just so you remember, to make a deal. Sorry, Chris had me try food. They didn't say sir. Oh no, they never do. Yeah, they probably were like, "You're a wonderful leader, you great, wonderful leader of the United States of America. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Can you please not attack us?" Did they confirm it? No, Moose. They never confirm it. That's just how that goes. But this isn't what all he's done with the diatribe. Also, I thought it was funny. So this is the level of cope, I guess, from people in the chat, specifically Republicans, is that apparently, all right. Oh, that must be so embarrassing for you, Ashley. Your picture is a cartoon image of Donald Trump flipping everyone off. Okay. Says that my data that I showed you guys, that's directly from a government website, is fake, like my glasses. You hear that, right? Yeah, my glasses are definitely not fake. So that's a funny cope, because you're incapable of standing behind your belief system in Trump and all of this, that you don't like the data that's out there that's provided by the United States government, which I thought you guys liked the United States government, right? Like, especially, sorry, not the United States government, but specifically this United States government, but apparently not, because you just don't want to believe the numbers that actually exist that are put out by the US government. Got it. So now you're coping that somehow my glasses are fake, which they're not. I'm nearly blind, so it is what it is. I don't mind though. That's what glasses are for, to help me see. Exactly. Amani makes a good point. You can see the lens's thickness in the frame. Yeah, they're not thin. I wish they were. That'd be great. I'd like to not be nearly blind. Ashley stays projecting. That's true, Michelle. I agree with that one. That's also true. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit follow, depending on which channel you are on. Do all of the good things. TikTok, I still need you guys double tapping that screen because we're still way behind on the likes. You can fix your site. Ashley can't fix her ignorance. Wow. With love, January. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's great. And thank you, Luca, as well, for the 15, said for the cat fund. I appreciate that so much. Oh, well, you guys, mods, you heard this. I'm not sure which chat they're in, but thank you, RJE, said John Doe can go. I'm so sick of these brainwashed Trumpers. Hey, guys, just a friendly reminder, even you can mute your local troll in whichever chat you are in by sending $5 over Super Chat or direct donations. We've got Venmo, Cash App, and Buy Me a Coffee. So just putting that out there. All right. Even you can mute your unliked MAGA comment troll that's afraid to call into the show. I hope y'all got our John Doe. I appreciate that. Oh, Lissa, are you here again with your cope? You've never been blocked.
And they found out through leaks and sleazebags.
Leaks.
A lot of sleazebags, leakers. Leakers should be put in jail. They should.
Which, to be clear, guys, like, I want to be very honest about something, right? Is that, oh, thank you so much. That's a cool gift. I forgot about I didn't knock it down in time. Obama also tried to jail people for leaking information. It was mostly unsuccessful. And it was highly debated, highly frowned upon, and people protested it because they did try to go through things. Okay. Yeah, I mean, technically, you would be right. Trump is the leaker of his own information because he just doesn't tell anybody anything. All right. No, that's not a real cat. I mean, this is a picture of my cat, but it's not a cat on my shelf. That'd be cool. So. Oop. Time to put that down. Okay. Let's see. We still have more, so thank you guys for sticking around. It's going to be a little bit more on Iran because, well, that is the biggest thing. Well, that was just weird. There we go. All right. So, let me open up this again. Oh, yeah. This is another... I hope this isn't part of the same video. We'll find out.
Any attack, I think I can say, General, from a point of knowledge, any attack since World War II, that's pretty big, and we were set to go, and they called. And in addition, Saudi Arabia called, and UAE called, Qatar called. Got calls from numerous people.
All of them called. Yep, everyone
I don't
called.
want to use the word begging, but some were, in particular, Iran did not want to be hit. And they said, we want to talk. We want to talk about the Strait, but more importantly, from my standpoint, we want to talk about the denuclearization of Iran. Because it's what it's all about.
Yep.
This is why I'm doing this.
That's it.
And it should have been done. It's now 50 years. We keep saying 47 years, but 3 years have gone by. But it's for 50 years that other presidents should have been doing or other countries. Didn't have to be us, but other countries. Mm-hmm. And nobody did it. And it was time.
No one
we
did
hit
it,
them
apparently.
hard with the B-2s more than a year ago now. And that.
Oh yeah, guys, just so you know, there is a new report that came out that shows that the United States dropped a 2,000-pound bomb on a home family of 3 and killed everyone inside. So, I love this. We literally dropped it on someone's house. That's great.
Knocked out their capability, their potential capability. And we've done a great job. But when we talk, we say we're talking. If we're not talking, when you ask me, no, we're not talking, I'll say it. But we are talking right now. We're talking. And we're talking at the request of Iran, backed by Saudi Arabia, backed by UAE, and backed by Qatar in particular, but others also. Many countries called. The leaders of many are friendly with a lot of them. Almost all of them, one way or the other, and they all wanted to give this a last chance. This is the last chance.
It's now their 53rd last chance, I believe. So that's fun. That's always really cool to see. Okay. Hi, how are you?
Doing okay. I'd rather not say my personal situation at the moment, but I'm, making it day by day.
Okay. And are you, sorry, just for terms of service, how old are you?
Oh, I'm well above 18.
So how old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay. Fantastic. And can you name 3 lies that Donald Trump has told you since he took office again?
Oh, God. I despise liberals, but he has been a filthy liar.
Cool. Should be
bending
easy to
over
name them
backwards.
then. Just 3 lies that he's told since he took office again.
If you let me talk, I could explain it to you. That's why you have a call-in show. He bends over backwards for Israel. He's not doing much about deportations, nor is he doing much about domestic production of whatever. He did lower the price of insulin, which is good.
Okay, so I'm
I
waiting
don't.
for the lies that he told out of his mouth, though. Those are just general complaints.
Well, you can call it whatever you want, but those are lies. He said no new. He said no new wars,
Well, that
and
was
he
a
started a war.
broken campaign promise. I would agree with that, but I asked since he took office back over, like since he came back in office, which would start
Yeah,
the clock on
He's
January
gone. He's
20th,
gone.
2025, and he didn't say anything about no new wars when
Yes,
he
he absolutely did.
re-entered the office.
He's been to plenty of campaign rallies where he said no new wars.
Prior
Like
to January 20th, 2025. I agree. It's a broken campaign promise, but
no,
I'm
not
asking about
prior.
lies that
After,
he told since he's been back in office.
not
Because, I mean, he
prior.
broke that campaign promise in June of 2025.
Yeah, but you can call it campaign promise. It's a presidential promise because it happened after he was inaugurated and won the election the last time. He said no new wars millions of times, and he started a war with Iran on behalf of Israel.
Okay, so if you want to say no new wars is one lie, what's the other one?
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to take it slow for you here because I know you have a hard time keeping up. He said, he was going to bring back domestic jobs, domestic production.
When did he say that?
Foxconn. He said it hundreds of times.
When?
But specifically, well, I don't have the date and time. I don't have a Rolodex for you. But clearly, he said that many times. Prior and post. Prior means before, and post means after. Prior and before him winning the last election, he said he was going to bring domestic production back.
Would it have been on Liberation Day?
It could be on whatever day you'd want, but the fact is, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter which day it was. The fact of the matter is that he hasn't done it.
Okay, and what else? What's the third lie?
I don't want to insult your Lord and Savior, Fauci, so I'm not even going to bring him up. But
I don't give two shits about Fauci. I made a whole video mocking him. What's the third lie that Donald Trump told?
Okay, I'm not going to do blasphemy on your show. But one good thing, aside from Nancy Pelosi...
I'm not asking about a good thing. I'm asking for the last lie that Donald Trump has told since he's been in office. Come on, Pookie Pie. I know you can keep up.
I gave you three initially, and then you started saying...
No, you gave me complaints. What's the third lie? You gave me complaints. What's the third lie?
Why are you talking over me? Why do you have
it's
a
my
call-in
show.
And you speak over
I know
callers?
it hurts your feelings. So
That's
where's
like
the third lie? Because your third complaint was that he's a shill to Israel, but that's not a lie that he told. He was very clear. So what's the lie? What's the lie? What's the third lie?
Is he not going to war for Israel?
What's the third lie?
So, okay, you're not addressing it. Did he not go to war for Israel? Israel said...
He said as much. So what's the third lie? Because again, you saying... Here, we'll help you out. So here's why I have to talk over you. Here's why I have to talk over you, right? Because I know how to keep you on point. Oh, yeah, you're totally right. Yep, so fat. Anyways, you have to be kept on point. You have to be kept on point because you don't know how to engage in a conversation directly. So when I'm having to repeat my questions to you multiple times, it's because you're already not engaging in a direct conversation with a direct question. So we'll try this one more time. What is the third lie that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated January 20th, 2025?
Right off the bat, but you keep speaking over me, and you said,
again, because you're not answering the question directly. You've already gone to ad hominems because you can't even answer a direct question, which is pretty sad. So can you answer a third lie that Donald Trump is told so we can move on?
Flapping your fat lips. You asked.
I know you're very attracted to me. That's why you keep going on with your ad homs. It's quite weird. I'm taken. Please stop. Anyways, third lie. I'm waiting.
Okay. The first things I said were the 3 things that he lied about, and you start giving me dates.
He
Well, that was
never lied
before he
about
was
being a shill
elected.
for Israel. You just weren't listening. He was
Well, that
very
upsets
clear.
you a lot.
So
That's
here, I'll
hypocritical.
readdress what your 3 complaints at the beginning of the phone call
Shut
were.
the fuck
Your
up,
3
please.
complaints were that Donald Trump said that there were going to be no new wars. He broke that one in June of
That's what you asked
2025.
for.
Congratulations. He promised to bring
That's
back
what I asked
domestic
for.
production, and that was on Liberation Day, and that's absolutely flopped. That's true.
No,
Your
it's not
third
mass
complaint,
production.
well, actually, you
That's
technically had
production.
4 complaints. You complained that he's not doing enough deportations. I mean, he's still undergoing his mass deportation ideology. So that's a whatever complaint. And then your 4th complaint was that he's being a shill for Israel. So now I actually want you to answer the question about the lies. What is the 3rd lie that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office on January 20th, 2025?
Stupid, demented woman. You asked for 3. I gave you 4.
You didn't. You gave me 4 complaints. You haven't told me 3 total lies. Those are different. Do we need to go over the definition of complaints and a definition of lies?
God, your show is such a shill.
Okay. I guess we'll just go ahead and go over the definitions for you because you seem to have a comprehension issue. So we'll go ahead and do that for you real quick. All right. So let's see. Complaints definition, because he needs to have it defined for his inability to understand words. Okay.
Or hasn't muted me yet.
Complaint is a statement of that a situation is unsatisfactory or acceptable. Now let's look up the definition of a lie. Okay? A lie is to be in or assume a horizontal. That's laying down. That's funny. Let's do lying.
You're such a narcissist.
I know
And
you're so
ugly.
difficult. Presents
Oh my God.
particle of a lie.
I gotta
That's
record
participle. Yeah. So
Hey,
lying
Bill,
is containing
this
untrue
Pablo on
statements. So
record
I'm
this.
waiting for the 3rd untrue statement from Donald Trump. Are you capable of providing that yet?
Well, is it a complaint or
It's not a
whatever you-
complaint. Do you remember what a complaint was?
vocabulary.
We'll go ahead and go back and refresh your memory. A statement that a situation is unsatisfactory or unacceptable. So can you try a lie?
How
Something
much
that is
student debt do
untrue.
you have? I guarantee you have over 6 figures of student debt, wasting your worthless time.
And now
on
we're going
reading
on to
Webster's
trying to
dictionary.
avoid directly answering a question because you don't have an answer to the
Well, no, because
question.
I gave you
It would
4.
just be
I gave
really
you
simple to
4.
just answer 3.
just
No, you
changing
gave
the
me
words.
3 complaints. We'll go ahead and remind you what a
Oh,
complaint
complaint.
is because it seems that you're having a very
No,
difficult
they're
time
fat.
in comprehending
They're
words.
fat.
So we'll go ahead and put
Okay,
this
if you
back
would
on the
shut
screen
your
for
fat
people.
lips.
A statement that
Did
a
he not
situation
say
is
no new wars?
unsatisfactory
1.
or
Did he not say
unacceptable.
he's gonna
Wow,
bring
so that is a
domestic production back?
complaint,
I know you don't
right?
understand what
And then the
domestic means. That
lie
means
is
produced on American
containing an
soil.
untrue
Did he say that he
statement.
was gonna
I hope that
deport
helps. So you're
massive
not
amount of
giving me a
illegals
lie,
even
you are
more
giving
than
me
the
complaints
Godfather
right now.
Obama?
What is the 3rd untrue statement?
Why do you have a call-in show if you're just going to talk over the call?
I've already explained because you are not
Okay,
capable
you
of
just shut your
staying
fat
on
face
task.
up for a
I have to
second.
keep you on task
Could
because
you
you are
please
literally
shut up?
incapable of it. So what is
Why
the
don't
3rd
you
lie?
just talk to yourself on your
What
own
is the
show
3rd lie?
if you're going to talk over
What
your
is the
callers?
3rd lie?
Okay,
What is
please
the 3rd
shut
untrue
your
statement?
fat lips up. I know
What is
you're
the 3rd
upset.
untrue statement? Listen,
Okay.
sir, you're not beating the allegations that you're attracted to me right now with your attempt at ad hominems. So,
Oh my God,
anyways,
you're a
can you
fat
please
thing.
give me the
What's your
3rd
height
untrue
and weight?
statement? What is the
Probably
3rd untrue statement?
5'4", probably 230 pounds.
What is
Okay.
the 3rd untrue statement?
But you're just going to use this word
What is the 3rd
false
untrue statement?
logic and say, well, that's not true. That's not true.
What is the 3rd untrue statement?
Okay, if you could shut your fat face up. He said he was going to have the biggest
La
deportation,
la la la
even
la
bigger
la
than
la
Obama.
la 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 la. Oh
This
yeah,
is what
over his
liberals
4-year
do.
period. I wouldn't really say that that's a lie right now.
Obama.
I've
okay,
already gone over that, right?
you
He is
shut
doing
your fat
deportations
face
at
up.
a high level. They're
Obama
saying that
was
they've
the
deported
was
like
called the
600,000 in
deporter.
the first year. So if we continue
Obama
on
was
that
called the deporter.
that task, right? So we
Why
have
you ask questions if
600,000
you're just
times
gonna
4
talk
is
over
still
me?
going to fall flat
Why
of
even have a
Obama. I will
call-in
give you
show?
that one.
You're just talking
But that
over
doesn't
me.
matter. Again, you're
I'm not gonna
incapable of
give you
staying on
permission. You're big
task.
enough.
You're incapable of staying
Why?
on task. Hey,
Obama was
hey, Pookie
called the
Pie, tell me
deporter
how
in
small
chief.
it is.
Yep, that's what you fat women always go to. Oh,
I
believe me,
know
there's
you're
no
so
problem.
jealous. I know you're so jealous. You
You're an
think I'm,
ugly
yeah.
fat woman. My
I
God.
know you're
You
so
should have
jealous.
kicked me for calling
I
him.
know.
Obama
It's
was the
because you're
deporter in chief.
incapable of having a conversation. We
You
know
talked
this.
over
You've
me.
made
You're
it
incapable
obvious,
of
okay?
listening.
No, I
Charge
don't
it
have to
up
listen
yet.
to
This
a
is the time
a
you listening
dumbass
up.
that thinks he knows words and
Why
he
haven't you
doesn't.
muted me yet? Most of
Oh,
you
'cause why
liberals
should
mute
I?
me or hang up or use
I
your
know.
soundboard. Obama was the
Just to
deporter
be
in
clear, like
chief.
I'm pulling my shirt back, right? Yep.
No, please don't. We don't want to see that. I'll donate $50. We don't want to see any of that. Please, seriously.
Yep.
Please do not show anything you don't have to. Your
I
face is
know.
bad. Please
Yeah.
don't.
It's
I'll
okay.
donate $50
It's
right
okay. I
now.
understand that you're not capable of having a conversation because you're already engaging in ad hominems. It shows your level of
Because you're
intellect.
talking over
You
me.
haven't engaged faithfully in this entire conversation this one time. So I know it hurts your feelings. Again, you're not beating the allegations. If you have, listen, sir, I'm not going to kink shame you if you like chubby girls. That's not me, right? Like you're nowhere near any part that I
Oh,
said.
God, no, I don't like
So
those
like you're
ones.
nowhere near when you're giving out numbers that you think somebody weighs, like, because you can't tell because you guys suck so bad, right? But if you like chubby girls, there are apps for
Tony,
that, okay?
listen to
You should
this.
probably go and find it and then tell them
Tony,
how much
Tony,
you
Tony.
like chubby girls, because that's not me,
Listen to
Pookie
this
Pie.
girl I have
It's
on the
okay.
phone.
I understand that you're some weird guy on the internet. You think that
Tony,
you've
Tony.
got all the
Hey,
power in
look.
the world because of, for whatever reason, because too many women told you that they got off, right? Tell me you've never let a woman finish in her life because you wouldn't know what it sounds like.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You women
It's
always
okay,
do the
Pookie
same
Pie.
thing. It's
I
so
understand that
funny.
you don't understand anything. We've established you don't know how to answer a direct question. We've established that you don't know
told you
how
that
to
you changed the
engage in a
goalposts.
conversation of faith.
Well,
We've
that's
established
a
that you
friendly
don't know how
assumption.
to directly combat an
I
argument,
told you
present an
I'm
argumentation
public.
that could be
I
possibly
told
talked
you
about. You just want
contemplated
to
getting
attack
the House
people
lady
for
said
what
yes,
reason? Because it makes you
so
feel better?
wrong.
Listen,
You're
I
a
understand
disgusting
that
whore.
oh, guys, I got it. So you remember South Park, guys, right? How
How much
when
do
they were
you
depicting
weigh?
Donald Trump, that they had
How much do you
he
weigh and
has
what's
a
your height?
really small penis, right? Remember when they
Oh
were
yeah,
depicting Donald
these
Trump and
fat
his
women
very, very
always
teeny
go to
tiny
penis
member?
size.
And they
You
showed
can
him
say
having to use
whatever you want to her. I have
chopsticks,
no problem
and they showed him having to use tweezers to try to get his micro,
because
pen off.
yeah,
That they were
women
actually
are
talking about
judgmental
this
of
caller
men's
right
height
here.
or size.
Okay, so it was
They
actually
can't
talking about this
control.
caller, sir. I understand it's so small
But
that you need a
women can control their weight.
magnifying
You
glass to
can't
look
judge a
at it.
woman by her weight.
Thank you for your projection. Oh, wait, is that why you're talking about my size? Like your assumption of how
Yeah,
fat
you're
I am
fat
in
and
your
disgusting.
worldview is because you're actually a roly-poly?
Yeah, I'd be
Damn, that
ashamed if I
sucks.
was your father.
Anyways, I'm done playing with my food. You're welcome. All right. Well, thank you, RJE, again for paying for 2 additional mutes. The world has an abundance of educated idiots. I mean, I agree. I don't think that guy was educated, though. I think he was just certainly an idiot. Incapable of presenting any kind of statement, couldn't understand simple questions, couldn't answer a simple question. That was a quite sad presentation. I know, MAGA. I know you guys have the ability to have someone better than that. All right? You guys definitely have the ability to present someone better than that. Oop, 1 second. So, if you are a Republican or you still support Donald Trump or both, call the number above my head. All right, we'll start this. Hello. Caller, when you look down, do you need an electronic microscope to see it? Ooh, probably Ryu. Hey, Ryu. Okay, just break then. All right. Hi, caller. How are
Hello.
you?
Hello.
Hi. How old are you?
21.
21. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Um, yes. I'm calling about the 3 lies.
Yeah. What lies has Donald Trump told since he's been back in office this term?
So I thought we were talking about 3 promises that he made that he's obviously not kept, and I would like to share those.
I mean, you can, but I was really looking for lies
Yeah.
that he's told since he's been back in office. We all know what promises he broke on his campaign.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I think these are lies. I guess he started off with so the no new wars, obviously, and then Epstein transparency, and then
Yeah.
also lowering
That
the
one is a
national debt.
stretch. So I'll be honest. Okay. So the Epstein one is a stretch, right? He talked about it once. He was asked on either
Did he only?
CNN or Fox News. I don't remember which one. And he was asked about JFK files, Martin Luther King files, and he said, "Yeah, those would definitely be pushed out, not a problem." And Fox News, thank you. And they asked, "So what about the Epstein files?" He's like, yeah, those ones too, but those ones not as much because that could hurt some people." And then that was the one and only time that he ever talked about it.
Well,
Was
I'd say that he
that one
lied
time.
to his base by inferring that he was going to sort of expose the deep state and not abuse federal power, when I think that what he did in Minnesota might have been one of the greatest abuses of federal power any president has done in American history.
When
That's
did
probably
no,
where I
go ahead?
what
Sorry.
that's probably one of the things that I don't like when presidents do. I think everything should be controlled on the state level and should be small government. And when you send federal agents into a city, like he did with ICE and Border Patrol, to basically police those cities, I think that was a huge mistake. I mean, Ronald Reagan is the one who said that, what is it, the scariest words you can hear someone say is, "I'm from the federal government and I'm here to help." And I think that's exactly what he did. He sent in federal agents to try to help, and it only made things worse. Made things worse for the party, for his base, and for Minnesota, and for the whole
Gotcha.
idea of deportation. I think
Yeah.
that really soured the idea of deportation for a lot of people that maybe didn't have a strong feelings on deportation, or maybe didn't think about it, and then they saw that and they're like, well, we can't deport anybody now. This is terrible. Look what happens when you try to do mass deportations. It's barbaric.
So I would
So
disagree
I
with you
think that
because I'm going to disagree with you on something. He didn't actually promise on the campaign trail that he wasn't going to abuse federal powers. He in fact said multiple times that he was going to go after his enemies. Multiple
with
times.
with judicial power, the power
Yeah.
the power of the
Well, he actually didn't expressly state how he was going to do it. He just said he was going to go after his enemies. He also said he was going to
well,
be a
he-
dictator on day one for one day. So that would also imply that he was going to engage in things heavily.
well, it's pretty facetious of him to say.
Well, it's what he did.
Well, I'm open to voting for a Democrat in the next election. I just don't think there's anybody, especially that they've put up as a 2028 contender, who is even close to earning my vote yet. Not that there's any Republican, besides maybe the governor of Florida, but that's probably the only Republican I would really support in the
Why on earth would
primary.
you want Ron DeSantis to be a candidate for president?
I've heard because he's not J.D. Vance and he's not Marco Rubio.
That's all it
And
takes because there's like so many
Yes.
people that qualify under that. Are you not aware that Ron DeSantis'
It was
wife
me.
is being accused of Medicaid fraud?
No, I'm not aware of that. I know she had breast cancer. Does that have anything to do with that?
And
I
no,
know
I'm the company that
she's
she
an
was
outspoken
working with,
proponent of breast cancer.
which is
Was
great.
it with her charity because of her breast cancer? Because I know that's the only thing I know about her and health related issues, is that she's a huge advocate for breast cancer. That's sort of her big thing.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with her personal claims, right? And she wouldn't qualify for Medicaid. She makes too much money.
Mm-hmm.
Her family makes too much money.
All right, so we're going to judge him on what his wife is accused of? I'm confused. We're
Oh
talking about
no,
personal
Ron
policy. I mean, we're talking
DeSantis
about
just
just
violated the Florida state constitution by drawing a new partisan map to gerrymander out the Democrats, which is expressly against the Florida Constitution. He also
Mhm.
is trying to fuck over the state with his homestead property tax exemption because one thing that people don't know about, well, actually, sorry, one thing that people do know a lot about Florida is that it gets hit with hurricanes quite often. But see, it's not required spending by Florida government, local municipalities to spend on preparedness or emergency disaster response after an event of a hurricane. And because of this homestead exemption that's coming up to be voted on in November of 2026, counties aren't going to be able to afford to spend on it because it's estimated that just in the first year alone, the entire state is going to lose about $14 trillion in funding from no longer having
Well,
that property tax.
Well, I'm sure they'll just raise residential, or I'm sorry, commercial property taxes. I'm sure that's what they'll do to make up the difference.
Nope,
And
they
I'm
can't do
pretty
that,
familiar with what he
actually.
said. Are you sure? Well, it
Yeah,
seems the ban is only on people's primary residence.
I'm aware
So,
of that.
and I think, I honestly think that's a good thing. Less taxes is a good thing. And I think that I'm
Not when
pretty
you
sure
don't know
Florida
what
has
it
a
all pays
very
for.
socialized insurance system. I'm pretty
Not
sure
when you don't know
Florida's,
what it's all paid for. It's literally going to fuck over the state. Do you know how you guys drive through places and you're like, ooh, these roads suck? Yeah, property taxes
yeah,
fund that. Fund that. Do you know when
I'm
you
aware.
drive through
I'm
a
in
town and you've
construction.
got a stink that you can't figure it out? Oh, wait, property taxes are supposed to fund waste management. Oh, wait, that's not required
New
spending.
York,
Oh,
New
wait,
York is a
they're going
messy,
to
dirty, stinky
have.
place, and it
Yeah,
has,
yeah, I'm just
and
giving you an
the city of
example.
New York. I
I'm just
understand. I'll let
giving
you
you an
say.
example.
My point is that when you give the government more money, they're going to spend it no matter what. And when you give them less money, they're going to have to figure out how to make it run without that much
They
money.
can't just
The
figure it
state
out.
of New
I'm sorry.
York, with
How
7
do
million
you? No,
people.
no, 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 no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Pause
Let
for
me
a
just bring
second.
up the
Pause
thing
for a
here.
second.
Okay.
Pause for a second.
Sure.
How do
Sure.
you figure out a shortfall of, let's just say, oh my gosh. How do you figure out a shortfall of $14 trillion when your mandated constitutionally mandated spending is $12 trillion of that? And then you have to make up, sorry, yeah, that's a majority of it, right? And let's just say your entire budget is just over that $14 trillion. You don't get to just make that up. Again, like I'll read through this. I went through this on Thursday on my live. So,
I
what
must have
is
missed
not
that one.
included for mandatory funding in the state of Florida? Emergency medical services, EMS, facilities management, information technology, capital improvement. So, like, again, your roadways, library services. I'm sure you're going to say that's not needed. Then we also have administrative services like HR. So there goes your county's local HR, purchasing, real estate, CMR, strategic initiatives, other criminal justice like probation, diversion, community human services and emergency assistance, primary health care. So literally the government having health care for their employees isn't constitutionally mandated spending. Housing services, mosquito control, sustainability, cooperation extension, the Office of Management and Budget, you know, the people that break down the budget for not only the state, but also the local municipalities and the local governments. Other non-operating such as memberships, professional services, aid to private organization. That's fine. We can cut off aid to private organizations, I guess. Veteran services is not constitutionally mandated funding. Budgeted reserves. We also have emergency management and disaster response coordination, not constitutionally mandated. County parks, not mandated funding. Probation and pretrial services. So, you know, like our required services of offering a defense attorney to people. Oh, wait, that's not required spending. That's interesting. Rural waste services, solid waste operations, including landfill and yard waste services. So, you know, those pickups that you guys have every week at your house in Florida or any other state where they pick up your garbage? That's no longer paid for. Transportation right of way and storm water maintenance. So, you know how storm, like the drains get built up and they have to clean those out? Oh, wait, those aren't going to be cleaned out anymore. Building and permitting. Oh, that's going to put down anyone wanting to build a new home or build a new manufacturing plant because they don't have to pay for people to process these permits that are being applied for. Wow. Environmental compliance and code compliance. So the people that are responsible to make sure that each department of Florida, under Florida, stays in compliance with not only Florida, but the federal government. Oh, wow. Just the county of where the capital is, they have a shortfall. So like their total
Miami-Dade
budget
County.
is 200 and the county of
Or
Leon
the county
County.
of-
That's where Tallahassee is at. They have a budget of $274 billion. Their shortfall is just for the first year is an estimated, and this is just estimated so far, is about $74 billion. That leaves $51 for them to cover their non-constitutionally mandated services. How do they make up that difference when they've lost $74 billion? They can't raise
think
property
they have to be
taxes because
forced
that's
to.
done at the state level. They can't raise commercial property taxes because that's operated at the state level, not the local level. And there's the thing called the supremacy clause. It doesn't work that way.
Here's the problem. When you don't force the governments, these local governments, to spend less, they spend more. Like my home state of New Jersey, there are
Okay, so you
600
have no
incorporated
option
townships.
you have no solution for how they're supposed to make up a $74 billion shortfall. Got it.
I think you'd like to see a red state like Florida fall apart and see this fail, but you've got to at least try. You have to try.
Yo,
to
you
see
just
if
got to
it works.
try. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't just give people more and more money. They're just going to spend it.
Got you. So veteran
New
services
Jersey-
are not important. Emergency medical transportation, emergency medical services is not important because, again, these are not required spending in the state of Florida. And then also, just to be clear, emergency preparedness and disaster response coordination is also not required in the state of Florida for spending. So if a hurricane hits anywhere in the state of Florida, they're literally fucked. They don't have $74 billion to even help fund any part of this. You can only cut spending so much. You still have to raise income somehow. And if you're cutting
They're
off
gonna
that
have to break
entire
down
source of
redundancy.
income without having other options, no, even sales tax is not enough. Even increasing the sales tax would not be enough to overcome the shortfall if the homestead property tax exemption passes and goes into effect. You are very small-minded if you can't see the big picture. I've asked you to give me a solution on how they're supposed to beat that $74 billion shortfall in their spending, and you've answered nothing.
I think what's the fact that budget
I'm okay.
that you're talking about.
So guys, I hope you guys are keeping up over in the tube chat for my mods. Salty Cucumber, I hope you got your 24-hour mute. Bingo 2026 is screaming to go away for good. Got you. You're welcome to mute it for 24 hours. Bro, red states are already failing. They don't understand, Ryu. Yeah. You guys just don't get it. You guys are very short-sighted. Wow, talking about Florida really revved you guys up to call in. Wow. Wow. 1 second, guys. Just a heads up. Okay. Well, that person left. That's cool. Ugh. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm I'm fine. I'm fine.
Awesome. And how old are you for terms of service?
I'm 74.
74. And are you still
Yeah.
supporting Donald Trump or the Republican Party?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told you since he's been
I
inaugurated?
can't really tell you if they're definite lies. I don't know what you would call. You probably say, if I say this is where his positions are on the issues which I support him on, and you would probably say those are lies.
No, I'm just asking for lies that he's told since he's been inaugurated into office.
I don't know. There might have been lies, but I can't tell you the lies. Maybe on the war, maybe because he's backtracked on the war so many times, which I don't support. But I support everything else he's done up to now. And then
So, Iran war is the singular lie you can think of. Okay. Backtracking specifically. Do you think he's had all of these conversations like he says he's had with the Iranian government?
I don't know. Maybe I think indirectly, yeah. I think he has, and I think maybe not personally. I think he has, and he's tried. But it's hard to say because even if he did, I think he's being played to an extent. They know the pattern here of what's going to happen. All they want to do is say, "Hey, look, we agree to a deal. We agree to the whole setup for a deal." Or they play, okay. So he'll bide some time and get another month or so. He'll stop the bombing and then they'll have a truce, But then in a week or so or a few days, it goes back and forth. It just keeps going back and forth. I think they're not conceding. They're not going to concede their positions. I think that's pretty apparent. But I don't know. He's just got to. He needs to find some kind of an exit ramp on it.
That'd be nice if there was an exit ramp, but it's not how that's happening. That's for sure. So, and you can't think of any other lies that Donald Trump has told you.
No.
Donald Trump said that he's ended inflation. Is inflation ended?
I don't know if he said he's ended inflation. I think inflation has come down to an extent. I don't think it has come down. Of course, it's gone up now because of the war. Now you got the war, and that's muddled everything up. That's muddled the economy up, everything else. So I can't say, he's just. You might say it's screwed up the agenda, so to speak. I don't want to.
So, do you know where the inflation rate is right now?
I'm not sure. I think it was.
That's also a good point. Yeah.
And now it's gone up. I think maybe up to 3.5% or so.
Yeah, you're pretty close. It's 3.4.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, but he said that he's lowered inflation. He said the inflation numbers are great, and he loves the inflation rate. He has said multiple times that he's ended inflation, which is not true at all.
No, he talks off the cuff a lot of times. He just talks up, he talks kind of hyperbole. But you have
Oh,
to
my
admit
bad.
it's a lot.
3.5. I
It's
was
a
off
lot
by a
better,
tenth of
a
a
lot
percent.
better than it was under Biden. The inflation under that, you have to admit. Biden,
What was
what
the
up to
inflation
9%?
rate in Biden's last year and all, like his last full month in office? What was that inflation rate?
Well, it came down. I think it was down. It was down 2 point. I think it was a 2 point. It did come down. Yeah,
Yeah, it
it
was
was coming down.
2.9 in his last full month
2.9. Yeah,
of December. 3% in January of 2025, right? But he was there for
it was coming down.
19 and a half days.
Mm.
So that one's like a wash, but we can at least say that. But it definitely is increased. You would agree that it's increased. 3.5 is higher than 3%.
Yeah, it did. But
Yeah. So it's
that's
not
particularly
ended.
because
It's not lower. He hasn't
it's
solved
because
it.
of the it's because of the war, which is a natural thing. But yeah, that's bad.
Oh, is the what did the war do to increase prices? What specifically was increased?
Well, it has to increase the spending, and it's increased. It's increased a lot of manufacturing, and it's had a push on it. Would have a push on inflation. That would have an effect on that. Pushing prices up.
Yeah, so transportation services is up, housing
Yeah.
is up, aka shelter, medical care services is up. We have apparel, so clothing, shoes, etc., is up. New vehicles is up in prices.
Mhm.
Food is up in prices.
Mhm.
Gas, all forms of gas is up. Electricity is also up. Literally, the only thing that has come down is used cars and trucks, and then medical care commodities.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
That's it. There's only two
Generally-
things that have gone down. That's it.
Well, generally things are going up because inflation. We still have inflation. Inflation hasn't been gone away. Of course, so prices are going to be going.
Yes,
are
but if
going
it goes
up.
up month over month on everything, then the things that go down, two things that went down, are not enough to level out that overall inflation number. Lower
But
the average.
overall,
Thank you,
well, the
Chicky.
inflation. Well, regardless, the inflation number that was low relatively was still. It's still inflation. If it was 2 or 2.5% or 1, it's still inflation.
I'm aware, because
But it has
deflation
gone up.
doesn't happen. It's not good when it does.
No, it doesn't. But it's to an extent it's normal. I mean, you're going to have a certain amount of inflation. It needs to come down, but it's got a lot to do with spending, with government spending.
Government
which has-
spending isn't on the CPI data.
Well, it affects inflation, the deficits.
It affects our deficit, I agree, but it's not a part of the CPI data.
But the deficits affect inflation, the high deficits. The government spending, excess spending.
Where would I find that on the CPI chart? There are 18 options on the CPI chart. Which one might it be?
I don't. It's going to affect that. It's just overall government spending. I don't know about the CPI chart.
I guess I should really ask, like, what commodity or service is it that the government is using up that everyday citizens would need to buy?
What the government is using up, I don't know. They maybe it's just the excess of, I don't know. The excesses are supposedly what they would need to buy. I'm not sure. Probably, I don't know, in housing, where all the affordable houses. I don't know. They have so much money in that, but they don't seem to be building housing, and it's just the excess of spending in maybe education department. I think is excess in federal education. I think the state should take that over.
The states already control education?
No, the Department of Education is, and the federal government has a huge.
They fund it. They don't control education. That's done by at a state by state basis.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they provide funding for programs.
It should be funded by states. Not the federal
Yeah,
government.
I know. Everything should be funded by the states with zero help from
Not
the
everything.
federal government. Yep, that makes perfect sense if you want your property taxes to go out the roof. Yeah. Do you know what pays for your local schools in most states? It's not in every state,
Yeah,
but
I
in most
know.
states. Your property taxes. Do you want your property taxes
Yeah,
to
that's
skyrocket because the federal government turned off any and all federal spending?
Maybe would be more efficiency if it was left to the states.
It would.
run
It's
it
already
instead
left
of
to the states.
bureaucrats, instead
It's
of
already
bureaucrats
left
in
to the
Washington
states. It's
telling us how to
already
run it.
left to the states. So what happens is you have a
Left to the
bucket, right? You have a bucket that the federal government pours some money into, right? From there, it's delegated out to each state, right? Let's just say California gets $20 billion funneled for their Department of Education. The California Department of Education then takes that $20 billion and spreads it out amongst the public
Yeah, I know.
schools in your state.
Yeah, I know.
So again, the state governments already do that.
Yeah, I know, and how they're running it. Yeah, a lot of the waste and graft, depending on the state, and funding of all these migrants, these millions of migrants.
They
that
don't
come over.
fund
We
migrants.
can't. Well, they are. If they have to educate them, we have to put them in schools.
Oh
and
no,
we
God
have to-
forbid somebody learn
Yes, they have.
English and get an education.
They have to be.
Are
yeah,
you
they have to
familiar
be in
with the
schools.
case
We
called
have to
Plyer v.
educate.
Doe?
The what? What's that?
Plyer v. Doe.
Plyer Beto. I'm sorry.
Sorry, SCOTUS ruling in the case of Plyer versus Doe.
Plyer versus Doe.
Yep.
What does that mean?
It's
so they
a
don't have to go to
SCOTUS.
school. They're not educated. They don't have to go to school. Their children.
Nope, that's the opposite of what Plyer v. Doe said. It interpreted
well, they
how
have to
the
be in
14th
school.
Amendment of the United
So
States
they taught-
Constitution, it interpreted, the Supreme Court of the United States interpreted that the United States Constitution, the 14th Amendment, that expressly states, subject to the jurisdiction thereof, included any child is allowed to go and have access to public schools and cannot be discriminated against.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, so
that's
what
what
you're
the
telling me
expanding
is that you
our
don't,
budget, and that
sorry,
would
stop
cost
for a
the federal
second,
money.
Greg,
Yes, it
Greg. What you're telling me is that you don't support the United States Constitution if you're against the fact
No,
that
I
it's already
support
been
the
determined
United
that they're
States
able to go
Constitution.
to those
I
schools.
do, But
You
these
don't.
millions of migrants don't need to be in this country that have come over here illegally.
And
it's
how
under
many
the United
millions would
States
that be?
Constitution.
How many
That would
millions
be
would that be?
somewhere between, I would say, somewhere between at least 12 million to 20 million that have
It's
come under
estimated
Biden.
at 14.6.
Okay, 14.6, but
Yeah,
it's probably
of
a lot
various
more. We
ages.
could dribble about that, but
Yeah, of various
okay.
ages. Do
But
you know how much over 40 years our migrant population, documented and undocumented, have cut our deficit?
I don't know. That's
$14.5
really
trillion. $14.5 trillion they've decreased our
I don't know if
deficit.
that's
This has
true.
been studied by the Cato Institute. The Kiel Institute also did one
Sure.
as well. Like the migrant population, they're a net positive to our United States of America.
Since when? Since when was that? How long?
That was over a 40-year period up through 2025,
period.
Pookie Pie.
2025, 40 years?
Yes, over a 40-year period.
Over 40-year period.
Yep.
So that's 1985, I guess, since they brought them in. I don't.
They
Well,
brought
for
them
the
in.
most part, they're not working. Most all of them are not working that are brought in here. Most of them are on welfare. Most all of them. Huge.
That would
huge
be against the
percentage.
law. There's the
What do you mean against the law?
IIRIC. Yeah, there's
What do you mean
there's
against the law?
two laws from 1996 that expressly prohibit any federal monies from being contributed to any programs that undocumented immigrants can receive a benefit from. Literally, a state cannot receive 1 penny in reimbursement from the federal government if that money went to an undocumented immigrant. That's
Yeah.
the PRWORCA of 1996, the Personal Responsibility and Work
Really?
Reconciliation Act of 1996.
They are.
They're not, it's illegal.
They're receiving the welfare.
Yep, they can't get it
No,
from
they're not
federal money.
working.
That's
They're not all
illegal.
working.
It's been a law.
They're not all
Cool. If you
working.
want to say, Greg, if you want to say that they are getting federal benefits, that's not WIC, which is different because then the child would be an American citizen, then you're going to need to tell me or a case where a state was sued by the federal government for reimbursement for paying money to an undocumented immigrant that they then received reimbursement from the federal government for. Do you have a case?
You're talking about a child that's been born here. I don't
That's
know.
WIC. I'm not talking about a child that's been born here. That was specifically for WIC, right? That's WIC and SNAP when it's for children that were born in the United States of America. Those are citizens of the United States of America. Regardless of your personal feelings, they are citizens of the United States of America. What Greg, re-listen to what I'm tasking you with.
Yeah.
Give me a case where the federal government has sued a state or local municipality for receiving even just 1 penny of reimbursement from the federal government for their programs paid out for undocumented immigrants that they received federal reimbursement from.
That they received. I don't know the cases that they
Because
brought,
it
but,
doesn't exist.
maybe
Because
they
it
just
doesn't
haven't,
exist. It does not exist.
Just because they haven't done.
No,
done the
because it
work.
doesn't exist, sir. It doesn't exist. It is literally illegal since
they're not getting any
1996. Since
Since all these people are not getting
1996
any welfare,
expressly,
millions.
the PRWORCA of 1996 expressly forbids any state, local municipality receiving a penny of federal dollars reimbursed for any money that they chose to spend on an undocumented immigrant.
Yeah, so they're spending state money.
Which,
to do it.
specifically in
And
the state of
budgets as
California,
well.
they
A lot
voted
of the
on.
state of
Specifically in the state of
California,
California,
they've been
they
virtually
voted on. Specifically in the state of California,
voted
the
on,
constituents
to
voted
give
to
them
do
all
that.
the welfare.
Yeah,
them
you
all
guys voted
welfare.
to do that.
Right.
So now you don't
Yeah.
like voting? That's weird.
No. I didn't vote for him. You say, yeah, they did. They brought him in, yeah.
They didn't bring them in.
To
I just want to be clear, the only state that you can argue that brought in migrants was Ohio.
Well, they brought them in. Well, they brought them in from the voting. All the Democrats that voted for
That's illegal. There's been zero proof of any undocumented immigrant. There's been zero proof of any undocumented immigrant. Greg, you're going to stop. You're going to stop. They can't vote. They can't vote.
Well, they're doing it.
They can't
A
vote.
lot of cases.
Where?
Well, they're getting registered.
Are you talking about in the state of New Jersey? Those were Greg. Okay, Greg Pookie Pie. Listen here for a second. In the state of New Jersey, it was a computer error, right? Where non-citizens are documented immigrants, right? Where they marked on their side of the system that they were not eligible to vote because they were a non-citizen and not a citizen of the United States of America, okay? And it was 400 people that voted all sides of the spectrum, right? They voted all sides because they registered on all parts of the spectrum. 400. That did not affect any singular election, and I'm gonna reiterate this for you, Greg. They were documented immigrants that were allowed to be here. Documented immigrants that were allowed to be in the United States of America because of a computer glitch that was done through a private company, right? A private company, right? So not the state, a private company that messed up their registration. And out of 160,000, only 400 of them voted, and not a single one of those votes affected a local election. Where else can you say that there was proof of someone else voting illegally?
Well, they're registered in California, state of California.
No, they're not. That would be
Yes, they
illegal.
are.
The only thing that they're registered to vote is in their local municipality elections. Greg, Pookie Pie, Pookie Bear.
They've got thousands of.
They are registered to vote in their state and local elections. They are not registered to vote for federal elections because they cannot. They cannot vote. Here's one thing I'll let you guys know of real quick, okay? Is that there's this place called the Heritage Foundation, which they really suck, but they're very great at record keeping. Over the last 50 years, okay, Greg? 50 years, they have counted 1,087 cases of illegal voting, fraudulent voting, 1,087 cases. That is
That's a lot.
0.00000000001.
That's just what they found.
No, Greg.
That hasn't what
Greg,
they
this is
haven't
a
found.
right-wing think tank
Yeah.
that studied this information. It is 0.00000000001% of all votes casted over the last 50 years that were cast fraudulently. Do you not understand? It is a non-issue.
Over the 50 years. Well, it is over the
It is
last
a non-issue.
The last 8 years is another thing.
Nope. Most of them
The last
occurred.
8 years.
I hate to break to you. Most of them occurred prior to 2020. The majority of those cases were prior to 2020. Our election, specifically the 2020 election, was considered the most secure election in our history. I don't care what your fucking feelings are about it, because the facts don't care about your fucking feelings, my guy. The facts don't care about your feelings. The fact is, it was a secure election. Be upsetty spaghetti about it somewhere else. Immigrants are not voting in our elections. Undocumented immigrants are not voting. By the way, those 1,087 fraudulent votes that were cast, they were American citizens. Hey! Greg, they were American citizens. They were American citizens. Say it with me, guys. American citizens voted fraudulently.
I don't think so.
I
Not all
know.
American citizens.
They were. You can disagree with me, but facts don't care about your feelings.
No, they're facts.
Facts
The facts
don't
were
care
they-
about your feelings.
Hundreds of thousands of ballots.
Sure.
mail-in
Why did
ballots.
we? No, I know. You're. Stop.
A lot of the
Stop.
fraud,
Stop.
yes, there was,
Stop.
and it's-
Okay.
Yeah, and it's documented.
You're just going to drone on. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with the droning on about something that's unproven, because TikTok doesn't like that. So apparently they were the wrong Americans that voted, according to Greg. That's also true. All right, 1 second, guys. There we go. A lot of MAGA cult members love assuming people who speak against Trump as liberals. Cult behavior. It's sad enough that MAGA doesn't think for themselves anymore. I agree with you, Happy the Jester. It's very true. Thank you guys so much. This was about the last guy. Does caller know about Grafton, New Hampshire, the libertarian utopia they built that was then overrun by bears because there was no municipal trash pickup? Ooh, I'll have to look that one up, Neely. Neely, message me that one. I want to look that one up for myself. That's funny. Of course they don't know about it. Why would they care? They don't care about trash pickup. Hold on, I gotta fix that. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. How old are you for terms of service?
30.
30.
How old are you?
34. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Of course. How old are you?
I already answered the question. I'm sorry you weren't listening. Tell me 3 lies that
Did
Donald
you say
Trump has told you.
34? You're
I
34
did.
years
Yep,
old,
I already
so you're
said it.
older than me.
Yep, I sure am. So,
Dang,
can you
so you have the advantage in this debate, huh?
if that's what you want to believe, sure. What
Well,
are
I mean, don't you think people who are older are smarter? You have more experience, more thoughts, more
different
interesting
kinds of
things to say
experience,
the
but not
older
the
you
same
get?
equivalent experience? No.
So you don't think in the last 4 years you've learned anything?
Oh, what, in my 4 years of adolescence prior to you being born, did I learn something significantly of value over you that you didn't know? Or are you telling me
No,
that
I'm
you
saying in
you
the
blocked out
last
from the
4
years of
years.
8 to 12? No, I think I would know at least the
was-
same amount of, if not maybe, like, I would like to give you the benefit of the doubt and believe that of the last 4 years that you have the same level of knowledge as I do about things that have happened. Because that would just be an
Well,
insult
yeah,
to
but you have literally you've been 4 years older than me 4 years
Right,
ago.
that would
So
only
in the
account
last
for the
4
time that
years,
you were
there are
born,
things
and
that you've
that
learned that
gap
I
there.
didn't have time to learn.
Are you saying that over 4 years you didn't have time to learn at the same capacity that I was learning because of a 4-year age gap?
That's 100% factual because you are 4 years older than me. Are you, like, do you know how learning works? Do you know how age works? Do you not understand that you should be 4 years smarter than me?
Sir, there's 23-year-olds that are on social media that are smarter than both of us combined. Age is a number. It doesn't mean that you're smarter than
Who's
somebody.
23 that's smarter than you?
Experience is measured differently between other people, right? You can have different kinds
Do you
of
have like a low
experience.
IQ
Your
or something? Who's
experience
23
of,
that
let's
you know
just
that's
say,
smarter than
fucking your sister isn't the same experience of me fucking my boyfriend. So I hope that helps. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not dealing with the chuddery today. Like, there's a good point too. Thank you. Unless he has an intellectual disability, there's nothing stopping him from being at the same exact level as me. The trolls aren't even trying anymore. I'm just not doing it. Did you hear the first caller, Scarlett? Because the first caller was jank. Also, before I forget, I want to say thank you, Aiden, for the 40 for the vet fund. I do appreciate that so much. And I already thanked Luca, so that's what's come through. Lynette, I'll have to message you after this. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Well, I called in before. I told you my age, and am I being redirected or what?
No, you're on with the host. How
Oh,
old
I'm
are you for
sorry.
terms of service?
No, I told you I was 40 years old now.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I'm in the middle.
You're in the
But if
middle.
you
Can you name 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office this term?
Yeah, he said that he would get the pool rebuilt, and obviously that was vandalized. Also, he said all illegal immigrants would be deported, and that hasn't happened.
He never said that
And
all legal immigrants were going to be deported.
he
So
said
that's
it would
not
be
true.
that hasn't happened either.
What was the third? Sorry, what was the third one?
Oh, he said my taxes were going to get better, but that didn't happen either.
Taxes get better. Okay. So I'm going to need a different one because he never said that he was going to deport all legal immigrants. That's unequivocally a lie that you just told, that he has not told. So what is a lie that he's told since he was inaugurated into office?
How about he would get women out of men out of women's sports?
That
Is
wouldn't
that a
be a
lie?
lie. What's a lie?
Is that a lie?
Can you tell me a lie?
No, are all men being in women's sports?
No clue. I'm not in every school. I'm not in every little sport field or anything like that. What would I know about that? Considering that there are co-ed sports, I guess that would be a lie. So, you know.
Well, can men participate in the WNBA?
Don't know. You tell me. Teach me something.
Well, no. I thought you were the Truth Network.
I'm the Truth Network? Where does it say that? Can I find that anywhere on my screen?
Yeah, Mermaid Ari.
Nope, that's not anywhere up there. Interesting.
Mermaid Ari always speaks the truth.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let me on live.
You're okay. I'm not doing this.
Hey, Liz.
I'm not doing that. Thanks, Aiden. I'm just not doing that. That was... If you're gonna rage bait, at least do it well. Y'all, like, aren't trying jack all anymore. Y'all ain't trying jack all anymore. Also, quick thank you to Clint for the 10. I appreciate that. That's what I wanted to find, was the Buy Me a Coffee. Need to check that. We also are available for international payments through Buy Me a Coffee. It works for everybody. Nothing in here. Thought I would check, though, just in case, to make sure I didn't miss anything. Greg probably got all of his facts from the MAGA Morning Cronies coffee group. That's funny. Clint, did you mean to send it twice? Brought to you by Carl's Jr. for the next 10. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Thank you so much. He does lie all the time, Junior. I agree. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you for terms of service?
29.
And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No.
Okay. Can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told you since he was reinaugurated?
I don't really watch the news, so I can't. I only have one that I can think of. He said in an interview that he doesn't hate immigrants, but from what I've seen from Trump's immigration policies, that is not the case.
I don't disagree. He doesn't care that ICE is killing immigrants, that their people are dying in detention facilities. Doesn't care about any about that, so I would agree. So what specifically was it that Donald Trump did that made you lose your support?
Multiple federal laws he's broken, like sending the National Guard to several states without the express consent of the governors. And also sending people who are legal American citizens and deporting them to South America, to the most what is considered to be the most dangerous prison in the world.
To CCOT, yeah. Okay. So someone that cares about our Constitution, that's refreshing.
But yeah, those are the main things that made me caused me to lose my support for Trump.
All right. We're good with that. Okay, man. I'm going to drop you back down, okay?
Bye.
Thank you.
All right.
Guys, if you are new here, you haven't hit that follow or that subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit it now. Lenati, if you are still here and listening, what I will say real quick before you pick up these calls to screen is that what I said to the one caller was that was just being a troll and a very bad troll is like, we can have different experiences of you fucking your own sister and me fucking my boyfriend, but it's not the same. And then I hung up on him. That's what I think you missed. So, yeah, you're welcome. Our experiences are not the same. I know, but Lenati missed it, and so I thought I would say that again. Thanks, Dean. Appreciate that. You're welcome, Critter. Yes, and to be fair, his sister is a lovely woman. It's just unfortunate that that happened. Sure, she was quite lovely. Just quite unfortunate that that occurred. All right. While we are waiting for people to have words said, where were we at on... Oh, here. For those that definitely missed it, thank you, Glam Pixie, for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. I don't like that. That one's a little rough. Oop. Hold on. This is what Trump said about Gaza last year. I just want to remind you guys. So for anyone that's...
Gaza. As far as...
Oop, wrong side because it hates
us rebuilding it. We may give it to other states in the Middle East to build sections of it. Other people may do it through our auspices, but we're committed to owning it, taking it, and making sure that Hamas doesn't move back. There's nothing to move back into. The place is a demolition site. It'll be, the remainder will be demolished. We'll let other countries develop parts of it. It'll be beautiful. People can come from all over the world and live there. But we're going to take care of the Palestinians. We're going to make sure they live beautifully and in harmony and in peace, and that they're not murdered. This has been the most dangerous site anywhere in the world to live in.
Would you accept Palestinian refugees into the United States?
I think it's a very far distance for them to travel, but I'd have to look at individual cases. But I do think that coming into the United States, we've taken a lot of people, but coming into the United States, it's a long way for them to travel. They're far away from their families and their friends and everything else. I think they'd be very happy staying in the general area in a place that was safe, where they could be safe and lead a good life. They don't want to go back to Gaza. As I said, I've said it a lot. They only go back because they have no alternative. They don't want to go back to Gaza.
They go back because it's their home. But okay. So I just want to remind everybody that Donald Trump said that he wants to buy Gaza and then maybe let other countries rebuild it. But he primarily wants to rebuild it. So I bring this up for like a point, right? So towards the end of that, he expressly said that he doesn't want them getting killed or all of these other things, right? That's not how the settlers, right, the Israeli occupiers feel, the Zionists specifically. We'll just talk about Zionists. That's not how the Zionists feel when it comes to these things. Okay? Oh, thank you for the frog. Thank you, Uma. It's been a while since I've seen you. Hi, welcome back, man. So yeah, specifically like the Israeli settlers. We'll just let you listen to one.
I think now, after they kill one Israeli people, we need to kill all the people in Tel and Sarah, even Jit and Farata. Why? Because we don't want it to happen again.
It sounds like you're saying one Jewish life is worth hundreds or thousands of Palestinian lives.
Not million. One Jewish life, it's 10 million, okay?
That just sounds racist.
Yes, I know. I know, but this is the truth. Because God chose us. Because of this, you are jealous.
These inflammatory views, rejected by many Israelis, are crucial to understanding the growing violence in the West Bank.
Yeah, so, ooh. Thank you, Aiden, for the well diving. That is one of my favorite gifts. Oh yeah, it did not make me happy either, Gen X. Ooh, thank you for the galaxy. Yeah, so acknowledges that it was racist and wants to commit a mass genocide just so on the off chance that it doesn't happen again. Mind you, while the religion itself is different, Allah is God. They worship the same God. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam are Abrahamic religions. They follow the same God, but they just want to do a mass genocide. Hi, how are you?
Hey, good, thanks.
Awesome. How old are you for terms of service?
30 years old.
Okay. And you're calling in from Australia. If you want to, like, make a quick point about what you wanted to call in about.
Oh, yeah, sure. So a couple of years ago, a few terrorists from Pakistan went into India and attacked and killed a lot of people, and Trump supported Pakistan through that, and he was saying that India should not retaliate, and which actually pushed me off Trump, because that's my motherland, that's where I was born, and I felt that that was a really bad position that he could take, where terrorists are coming in from a country and killing people from another country. So you can't really support Pakistan.
Thank you so
in
much.
that. That's not very fair. Does that sound right?
Okay.
That's the question. Like, does that put you off Trump, or does that make you think that he makes some bad decisions?
Oh, I mean, I'm not a supporter of Trump. He does make bad decisions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm a huge Israeli supporter. I support Israel in their fight. I'm not a Palestine supporter in any way. I hate Hamas. Hate the Islamic terrorists. I hate it, because we as Indians have faced a lot of it. Even in Australia, we've had the shooting, the Bondi shooting. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, everyone heard of that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I just want to take a stance on.
And terrorism is
The
bad.
American
We don't. No one needs to like refresh that one. Terrorism is bad. I think that if we're like actually going after a war on terror and we're focusing on people that are actually committing acts of terrorists, great.
Yep.
We're not. They're not.
But America didn't. They actually went in support of Pakistan than India, who was the victim. So America went in support of terrorists there. So that's what I'm saying. So
is that new to
is
you?
that something you condemn? Hey?
Is that new to you?
Is that new to me?
Yeah. Are you not aware that the United States funded Saddam Hussein in the Iran war? The 8-year war?
I was just
America's not the good guys. The American government is not the good guys.
I was under the impression that you supported Trump, so that's why
I already said nope.
Gave you a call. So like this, yeah.
I also think it's weird for someone in Australia to support a genocide, but hey, to each their own, I guess. That's a crazy comment to read. Oh, interesting. Okay. By the way, even Jewish or Israeli genocide scholars agree that it meets the level of genocide by the Geneva Conventions. So, hi, how are you?
Yes, hello. It's good to talk to you again, if I have a moment.
How old are you?
As I told you before, I'm in my 30s.
You talk to the screener, not me. How old are you for terms of service?
I'm in my 30s. I don't want to give out my exact age. I'm just listening to your show. But what I'd say is that I don't know what the previous caller really had to say, but as I said to you just before when I spoke with the screener, I think it's a disservice to demonize even Trump supporters.
How am I demonizing them? Can you be specific?
Well, it looks like a routine that you're doing. No offense. But
so what's the demonization?
Why do you think that the Democrats lost in 2016?
What's the demonization?
Remember one time.
What's the demonization? No. You said that I'm specifically demonizing MAGA or Trump supporters. So, please tell me exactly what is the demonization that I have committed?
From their perspective, why do you think that people voted for him? Why?
Okay, so we'll try this
I'm
again.
asking you.
No,
No, but I'm
I asked
asking you.
my question first. You haven't answered it even once, so we're gonna try this again.
Right, and so you're gonna hang
How
up on me. And I'm
specifically,
not even a Trump supporter. I
how
didn't say that I was a Trump
specifically,
supporter, and you won't
hi
even listen.
Hector Raiders, how specifically did I demonize Trump supporters? We're not moving off this topic.
You're right. I don't have an answer for you.
Ah,
But the thing is that the thing is that what I found, at least in my own life, is that demonizing them, not you. You're right. You're quite right. I have nothing to point to directly, and you're quite right. I appreciate that fact. Is that it's not so much as a rhetorical strategy. I don't think that it helps people recognize the mistakes that they've made. It's not demonizing. That's too dramatic of a word. You're quite so. I appreciate that. But antagonizing people that voted for a different party or a different candidate, no matter where on the spectrum a person may fall, politically speaking, it doesn't do anybody any good. It doesn't fix the problems and the mistakes that people have made in any country around the world. So it's not you. So I accept your correction. I accept that. However, you're running a show, and that's fine. And I do appreciate you taking my call. And I'm sorry about the way I sounded at first, but I don't think it does anybody any favors. Not you. I don't mean you, but just in general, just the media in general, and you're part of that now, whether you like it or not. I guess you're part of the media, and I don't mean left or right wing or whatever. It's good to listen to other people. Like if I told you right now, like if I said I was like this real hard line right-wing person, which I'm not by any stretch of the imagination, like what would you say to me?
oh, nothing. I ask questions, and then based off of the questions, then I ask additional questions, clarifying, or I fact check people typically. And then once I'm fact checking people, like checking the lies that are typically spouted, some of them are truth, but a lot of it is lies. They get upset, and because they can't answer those questions, they go to ad homs. So I guess that would be your idea of antagonizing them with truths. So that's interesting.
Well, no. Well, I what I did is I started off the conversation we're having now with an ad hominem statement, which was really wrong of me. And the thing is that I'd say that it's good to keep an open mind, is what I'd say, to different perspectives. I mean, if you want to point to if there's one subject that, I mean, because you seem like an intelligent person. If there's something like in particular, rather than, I mean, put it this way. If you just not demonize, here I go using that word again. If you just criticize people that don't agree with you, they're going to keep winning. Okay? The other party, they will win again. Because when people feel attacked, what do you think they do?
Oh, I can't account for weak-minded individuals that get upset because they're attacked.
But you just said it, calling them weak-minded individuals.
They are. If something that I can say, no, hold on, Bill. You've done a lot of talking. If there is something that I can say where it's a personal insult, right? Like, let's just talk about the guy that wouldn't stop calling me fat. And I said that, well, you must be projecting, or keep telling me how small it is, Pookie. If me telling him that he's projecting, that he's fat and he doesn't like himself being fat, or that he has a small peen, makes him decide or changes his vote from blue to red, then yes, he is, in
But
fact,
do you think that
weak-willed
will
and
make him
weak-minded.
change the vote?
If something as simple as being, say, you're projecting that you yourself feel fat and you're upset about it, so you're calling someone that is objectively skinny by calling them fat,
Well, and you
and
just
that makes
mentioned
you change
earlier
your
ad
vote from
hominem.
one
That's
way to
wrong,
another,
making
then
fun
you
of
are
anybody.
weak-willed. No, you are weak-willed.
Making,
I'm not taking that back. You can be upset that I said it, but I'm not taking it back. You are
I'm
weak-willed.
not
If
upset.
something as
I'm trying to
minuscule
get you to
as
think for
that can
once.
make you
But
change
the
your
thing
mind, you're
is that
weak-willed. Thank
if
you, Demo.
you attack anybody for their size or no matter what it is,
Do you know
it
what? I
doesn't
get
matter
insulted
if
all
it's
the time, and I've never once said I'm not
why
voting
would
for
anybody
Republicans
insult you?
because of
You
it.
got
Here, I'll
that's
tell you one
wrong.
Republican that I voted for that's still in office right now. His name is Tom Tillis. I voted for him in 2020.
Okay, I've never voted for a Republican in my life, actually, if you can
Yeah.
believe it.
I'm just
But
telling you,
I'm
like in
just saying.
2020, when I was living around all of the college age kids that I was living around at that time, and they were all like had a bunch of things to say, they were repeating Trump's
Okay.
nasty rhetoric. I still went into the ballot box and voted for a Republican because I thought that he stood for something that I thought I believed in at the time. It didn't make me change my vote.
Okay.
Wow. So if
But
somebody
let's think
is
about it.
weak-willed, and I really don't care. If someone is weak-willed enough that
Yeah,
me
you
saying
sound
you're
exactly
projecting
like the
your
MAGA people
fatness
that you're
onto
criticizing.
me makes them change their vote, then they're weak-willed. I truly don't care.
You sound almost exactly like the MAGA people you're criticizing. If you just
Cool.
changed the party name, you would sound exactly like them.
Yeah,
Not,
yeah.
no
Because I'm
offense.
calling them
But
weak-willed
you would,
because
because
their
you're talking
resolve
about
is
weak-willed.
dirt.
They're weak. They're stupid. I know everything.
Didn't call
That's what
anyone
it sounds
stupid,
like.
that's for sure. I actually
Yeah, well,
avoid
you
utilizing that
heavily
word.
implied it, actually. You
No, I
heavily
didn't.
implied it.
Weak-willed is different, right? If there is something as
Yeah, and
simple
this is why
as
the Democrats
thank you,
lost.
Rainbow.
Because
I know, that's all
they
you guys
attacked.
got is just being like, the Democrats
But I'm
lost
not.
because
Who are
of
those
X,
guys?
Y,
You're
and Z.
telling me
It's
I'm
so
part of somebody? I
sad.
just told you I
I
don't belong
really
to a
don't
political
know what
party.
you're going on about. So I'm going to clear, and I will stand 10 toes down behind this, right? If your vote changes, right, because somebody insulted
What is
you,
my vote?
right?
Who do
So
I
somebody that
vote?
is let's just say a blue-haired lib, all right? Someone that's a blue-haired lib, you were considering voting for, let's say, James Tallarico, right? And someone told you, stop calling me fat. It sounds like you're projecting. And you go from, like, and you know this person, this blue-haired lib, was going to vote for James Tallarico, right? And you go, right, after you just called this blue-haired lib a fat slob, and they said, it sounds like you're projecting. And you go from saying, I'm going to vote for James Tallarico to saying, I'm going to vote for Ken Paxton, then you're absolutely fucking weak-willed, all because somebody said, it sounds like you're projecting your fatness or your body insecurity on me.
Why do you keep bringing
So then you're going to switch your vote. I'm sorry, that is weak-willed. Yeah.
Well, what is that?
Oh, Macho, I've never said that I've never called somebody stupid, right? I said I tried to avoid it, which is still a true statement, but I know I didn't call anyone stupid today. I've told people they've had a lack of comprehension. That's definitely true. But yeah.
Well,
Dark, you
fair
definitely have
enough.
given me no sources. So
Well, what sources?
I give
have you
sources all the
given me?
time. I know
In the
you're so
conversation,
sad.
What
Anyways,
source have you given to me?
that's the biggest thing. I'm just going to say this, right? Especially like for the other guy where I told him like we have different experiences. You fucking your sister is not the same as me fucking my boyfriend. Again,
Who's
if
the
that
other
makes
guy?
you
The
change
guy
your
talking
vote
about
from James
Pakistan?
Tallarico to Ken Paxton, then you're weak-willed. That's what it is. If someone telling you a personal insult can immediately make you change the way that you're going to vote, and it wasn't something that was actually going to wreck your entire life, then you're weak-willed. If it wasn't something like James Tallarico is going to make all of you young men at the age of 18, this is a lie, by the way. This is facetious.
I'm not
Don't take me
18 years
seriously.
old. I'm older than that.
This would be a reason to switch your vote, right? If this was serious, this would be a reason why I could see some young men changing their vote. James Tallarico is going to force vasectomies on all 16 and older men. All men 16 and older. Forced vasectomies, mandatory vasectomies. James Tallarico said so. He didn't. Don't listen to me. This is a lie. This is facetious. I am kidding. This is educational purposes only. That would be a reason for you to vote for Ken Paxton. We'll give you that, right? That would be a reason. But simply saying you're projecting your body insecurity upon me, or sorry, your experience of fucking your sister is not the same, that you change your vote because of that, then yeah, you're weak-willed, you're weak-minded. I truly, truly, like, don't care much about that. So,
well, I don't know what you're really talking about, because that's nothing. It has nothing
I was
to
giving
do
you
with
the
anything.
two examples of the people that I insulted tonight. Because one was
Okay,
trying
but
to insult me
that
first. I got tired of it,
day
so I
is
threw it back. The other one was a
extremely.
piss poor troll that wasn't even trying to be serious. So I said, fuck it. If you're going to troll, I'll rickroll you right on back.
Yeah,
And that seems fair as fuck.
but please, dude, listen
So
to
can
the
you tell
show.
me what energy you're holding for the Republicans that do the exact same thing to Democrats?
Yeah, so
Because I
okay,
want to
so
be
they
very
do
clear
it,
with
so
you on
so
something.
I'm
I
gonna
want to be
do it
very
too.
clear with you on
That's
something.
tribalistic.
I want to be very clear with you on something. Donald Trump is the one that campaigned on lock her up. Lock
Okay,
her
so
up. The one that campaigned on
so
lies. The one
someone
that
else
I
did
know you're not
something
a I
bad.
know you're not a Trump
I'm
supporter.
gonna
You
do
don't
it
need to
too.
keep
Yeah,
repeating it.
great,
I'm
thanks.
asking you to hold their feet to the fire. So do you get mad when Donald Trump calls a woman reporter piggy?
I find that to be absolutely reprehensible language.
Okay.
Of course
Do
I
you
do.
get mad
But the
when
thing is,
someone like Megyn Kelly calls Democrats idiots?
yes, I do.
Do you get mad when
But
somebody
listen to
like Ben
yourself,
Shapiro,
because you
or sorry,
sound
no,
like
let me
they do.
rephrase. Do you get mad when somebody like Benny Johnson says that one group, 3 million people that live within the United States, deserve to be genocide? That they should all be
I
killed?
don't like that guy either. But the thing is that
Okay, but yet you're telling me for throwing back insults that are at an equal or above level because I am wittier than
okay,
them
well,
that
you
I
know
shouldn't
who
be
else
doing
thinks
that.
that way? You know who else thinks that way? A lot of people.
Nobody. You can't tell me what Benny Johnson was responding to when he said that members that are trans, people of this, the world that are transgender should be unalived. Who was he responding to? Oh, wait, he wasn't. He was giving a fucking speech. Oh, no. Oh, no. CD, did Hillary saying that the right was deplorable, did that hurt your feelings? Did that make you change your vote from blue to red? Then I stand by what I said. You are weak-willed. Donald Trump called people on the right garbage. He called them trash. He called Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, and Hillary Clinton. He called them all fascists. Oh, shit. But guess what? I didn't change my vote. People on the right didn't change their vote. Sounds like you're yelling into the void. Also, thank you, Lynatti. I'm going to end this. No, it actually sounds like, CD, I'm going to help you out with this one. This is truly what it sounds like to me with that. When you told me to shut the fuck up because she called you deplorable. Oh, no. I got this for you.
Did I hurt your princess feelings?
Oh, I think I hurt your princess feelings.
Did I hurt your princess feelings? Saying fuck, fuck, fuck. Did I hurt your princess feelings? Saying fuck. Saying fuck. Did I hurt your princess feelings? Saying fuck, fuck, fuck.
Yeah. That's what it feels like when you're like, shut the fuck up. Hillary Clinton called them deplorables. Donald Trump called them trash. He called his own supporters trash. He said, I love stupid people. Dumb people love me. That's what he said. He said that smart people don't like me. He loves the poorly educated. That's what it is. He calls his own supporters stupid all of the time. He also says that everybody on the left specifically Democrats. They're all terrorists. And yet, oh, wow. Oof, oof. And yet, I don't care. Like, this is how you also sound.
Not more smarter.
That, I think, that sounds like that was CD. Or
Not
maybe
more
that.
smarter.
Yeah, that was that
Not
last
more
one.
smarter.
Yeah, I agree. That was bad. I didn't say that about you, Ty. Can you please keep up? I was talking to CD. Is your name CD, Ty? Yeah. Guys, if you want me to roar for you guys, I will take a teeny tiny donation of $5 and I'll roar for you. Thank you, Chris, so much for the 20. Chris said, forgot to say it this morning. Boop. We'll give you a boop for your beep. Yeah. But this was for the last guy, for those that are on the portrait, or sorry, landscape of me saying that that guy was a holy yap. So let's be, yeah, I'm gonna take a small payment for the roar today. I don't normally, but I feel like, you know, we can give a roar, but I do need a small fee of $2, a teeny tiny fee of $2, and I'll give you guys a couple of roars. We can't do them for free. Thanks, Michael. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I'm asking for $2 whole. Must be so bad. This person literally got upset because I asked for $2. Exactly. Exactly, hamster. That's what we're going to do. $2 or a corgi. Or wait, no, hold on. What is this? Two of the frogs. 2 of the frogs on TikTok or $2. Oh, no, you're good, Moose. Don't do that. Don't go over your budget. China, it's the cheapest thing ever. Oh, Clint paid the teeny tiny fee of $2 that people are complaining about. It's quite odd. Thank you, Maturing? Miraturing? I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the 5 as well. I'll give you guys a couple of extra. All right, guys. Roar. 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 I gave you guys a couple of them. Oh, thank you, Ryu, also. Roar. Roar. Gave you a couple of extra. Different kinds. No, Max. Somebody paid for my labor. So I'm perfectly fine. So yeah, see how that works? It's just a joke. Don't get flustered. Oh, no. I was told before, don't give it away for free, so that's why I did that. But, hold on. There's something else I want to play for you guys. Oh, yeah. Just for future lives.
Do you want someone muted in the chat? Is there someone spamming, making disingenuous arguments, displaying bot behavior, or maybe they're just fucking annoying? You can have them muted for as little as $5 a day, $20 for the week, or $50 for the entire month. Additionally, if there's a guest you would like to drop for up to 10 minutes, we offer this for...
It was supposed to be after 10 minutes of them being on live, so it's like they have a 10-minute immunity, not like...
only $50.
Anyways.
And if there's somebody you would like to have banned permanently, you can have this done for only $80. Pay links in the bio.
Bam. You're welcome. Thank you guys so much for that. Oh, I wonder why somebody reacted to those. That's not cool. But I know you guys love Candace Owens so much, so we'll remind this.
You're on my show, I'm not on yours. So I'm going to guide the conversation.
That would, I forgot about that one. I should have used it on the first guest. That was like super upset that I was trying to get him to answer questions. Yeah. Isn't it, Critter? I thought so. I thought that it was a good deal. Thought it was a good way to go. I thought it was a good deal. Other people do so much more. Also, once again, thank you, Hector, for the... no, Shelly. I will take it for all three. Because it's one person. I would take it for all three. Billy, thank you so much for the 50. Said for the kitty. So this actually got dropped down to... Where is it at? Boom. Perfect. We did really good on the goal today. Thank you guys so much for that help. Oh, hold on. Marcus sent another 2. Hi, Billy. I didn't see you in the chat today. Marcus wanted another one. Rar. Rar. Oh, and thank you, Buttered Sausage, for the gifted memberships. And there was one other person. Also, thank you, Demolition Rig, for the gifted memberships as well. Thank you both. If you guys received a gifted membership from Demolition or Buttered Sausage Bites, please be sure to say thank you over in the tube chat. You guys could at least help me out on TikTok and send your daily heart me's for that. Oh, wait, somebody also sent 2 of the... Aiden sent 2 of the frogs. Hold on, I got another one. Rawr. Rawr. We'll do another one. Oh, wait. No, I'm not doing that one. Why would you even ask that one, Scott? That's a weird one. I'll give you another. Rawr. Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay. Is Mia, can you check to see who's on? All right, for those Republicans that are still in the chat or MAGA voters over on YouTube. Also, guys, be sure to hit that follow, hit that subscribe button if you are new. Thank you so much. Are we not live yet? I have no idea which one I'm sending y'all to. You're just getting sent to one or the other. What just came in late? Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that. Why? Please stop being a mean, pretty girl to Trump supporters. It's devastating them. Nah, it just makes them want to call me fat for no reason. So, you know. Thank you, Dolphin, for the frog. It's so cute. Do your things, y'all. Do your things. There was another question I had for you guys real quick. What was it? Oh. First question I see in the chat on YouTube, I will answer. No, Drake, I have a 9 to 5. I hope that helps. There's a reason I only do this 4 nights a week. You're doing great. 4 to 5 nights a week. Ooh, Richard, okay, I will. Refresh. Hey, I got my first one. Richard, thank you so much for the 10 euros. I assume that is some more RARs, so hold on. RAR. 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 I gave you 5. I hope that helps. So that was one question. Thank you, Richard, for that. Me, I said it. And also, who else said it? Big Tuna in my TikTok chat said it. So here I can show you guys. So I'm sure you don't believe me. That's a good one. I'll have to read that one to you guys in a second. Here. I know it's so hard, right? Somebody could actually say something that's a compliment, and you guys get so upsetty spaghetti about it. So upset. It's quite sad, honestly. Yes, replace it. Because when I do that, then I can just... Where is that at? Oh, it's over here. Oh, there it is. Boom. Let me take your question off. Wow. What a crazy thing that happened there. Somebody called me pretty. Oh no. You were so upset. Crazy. Crazy that could happen. Oh my god. Holy shit. Did it hurt your feelings? Yikes. It's subjective. Just so you know. I don't have to be everyone's cup of tea. I don't want to be everyone's cup of tea. I'm okay just being my people's cup of teas. You're welcome. Happy the Jester said, if Ari is fat, then Trump is ripped. That's a good point. Rawr. I'll give you that extra rawr there. I gotta check one thing. Yeah. I can't stay live for 3 minutes. RET? I have tea? Oh, I know what I can play for you guys real quick while you're still here. If you haven't hit that follow, hit that subscribe button. Do it now. Oh yeah, you guys, how you don't believe that the SAVE Act could possibly do anything bad to anybody? Right? Like, everyone has the full capacity of just getting their stuff. It's so easy.
To her, with the Real ID deadline just days away, she believes the system is unfairly stacked against senior citizens and women.
Jane Schleppenbach just moved to Interlaken and thought transferring to a Real ID here in Florida would be simple, but she's found out the process is quite hard.
Oh, which speaking of, just a friendly reminder as well. For those that didn't know, Florida passed their own version of the SAVE Act. I want to say they passed it in March, right? The Florida state legislature passed their own version of the SAVE Act, like almost verbatim, back in March, and it's already in effect in law.
All because of a missing certificate, a marriage certificate from 1974.
Jane Schleppenbach is 69 years old and an Army veteran. She showed us a stack of documents that prove she is who she says she is.
My DD-214.
But Florida says that's not enough to get a Real ID.
I had everything except for I did not have a copy or my marriage license from my very first marriage 50 years ago.
Starting May 7th, you will need a Real ID to board domestic flights, access military bases, and enter certain federal buildings.
That gold star in the upper corner means you're good to go. But seniors and women are finding out they're having some problems because of changes in their name.
Don't change your name, because if anything gets messed up, I look at it kind of as a harassment.
Schleppenbach got married at 18 in Colorado and says it's likely the marriage certificate was never filed. She searched military records, called counties,
and they looked in their microfilm and they didn't have it.
But without proof of her name change, the DMV won't issue her a Real ID.
It's a very cumbersome thing that you have to have all these different things.
I reached out to the state, asking the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles about the process, which appears to be more difficult for women and seniors due to changes in marital status. I'm still waiting to hear back.
Jane is still working to meet that deadline, but says if it helps even one person get their Real ID, in her eyes, her struggle is worth it.
So you heard it right there, a Florida woman, because Florida passed their own version of the SAVE Act. Can't get her ID because she changed her name in 1974 and lost her marriage certificate along the way. And in fact, the state that she got married in can't find a copy of it. But keep telling me more how the SAVE Act is It's okay, Pookie. All right, guys. I ran myself a little over because I was trying to do things. But well, I think you're stunning subjectively. I think many of your detractors do as well. They are just bothered because you don't back down and have records and stats to back your stances. That would be true in my opinion, Jeff. If you guys are new here, you haven't hit that follow, hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do it now. For those watching over on YouTube, you're about ready to go somewhere where you can get debates or conversations. So, wow, hold on. Before I do that, I wasn't supposed to unmute. This is what somebody said. She should have been better prepared. You're telling a military veteran, somebody that served our United States military, that changed her name when she was 18 and she's now in her 60s, somehow over multiple moves, because people should know how often that our military members either deploy or PCS. Should know how often that happens. She should have been better prepared. Okay, so what you're telling me with that statement is that A, you're ignorant. B, you don't like women. C, you also don't like our veterans because she's all of these things. I mean, you don't like our elderly. So, yeah, that's cool. I like that. And that's okay. I'm fine with that being a straw man because I don't care. Yeah. Exactly. Move someone like, yeah, that's common, right? Moved 11 times in 16 years and you're supposed to just somehow not lose a singular piece of paper. It was her legal identity. See, this is the copium. This is the level of copium. Was 50 years not enough time to fix your legal identity? Her social security number shows her married last name. Her DD-214, her military paperwork shows her married last name. Her military ID shows her married last name. The only thing she is missing is her marriage certificate because her birth certificate has her name given at birth. Thank you, Scott. Y'all are fucking coping so hard. Your copium is delicious, though. Keep it up. I love it. It's so delicious. Bye, YouTube and your dumb Maurice.